Don't see. Greetings, everyone. Greetings, Facebook. How's everyone feeling today? Peace and blessings. Thank you for being here.
Peace and blessing and good morning, family.
Good morning.
Greetings, greetings, greetings. Welcome.
Good morning.
Beautiful, beautiful folks. Jenny Mueller, peace and blessings.
Good morning, everybody.
Ed, good to see you. Greetings, greetings, grand rising, love and light. Thank you for being here.
And rising, Sister Heru, Sannyazin.
Blessings, Jacqueline.
Sister Heru.
Peace.
Good morning.
How are you? Nice to hear your voice.
Getting up.
Raquel, good to see you. My sisters are in the building. Jenny, Raquel.
Hello.
Oh, family. Good morning. Grand rising, love and light. Peace and blessings, each and every one of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you again for being here. It's going to be a fun morning, a fun, creative morning. Thank you for joining.
Wake up, everybody. It's time to get up. Wake up, everybody. It's time to get up. Stay woke, stay woke, stay woke. It's time to get up. Stay woke, stay woke, stay woke. It's time to get up. We're healing, we're dealing, we're growing. Together, together, releasing. We're teaching, we're moving. Together, together, we're learning, discerning. We're striving. Together, together, we're leading, connecting, transforming. Together, together.
So I'm hopeful that everyone has had a chance to grab their favorite hydration and pen and paper, and if possible, a mirror or your cell phone. This is going to be used at some point for an exercise that I will introduce. So levity and love, creative spirits. My name is Sannyazin Heru Negron. I am the founder of Colorfully Connecting. I facilitate workshops using creativity and art to heal and find voices. Today, we will have a conversation about harnessing the power of creativity for change and using it as a tool to just be. So thank you for being here. I'm honored. I'm grateful for you in allowing me to be here and share space, creating space for us to have this exchange today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So to get started, I like to invite us to do a little movement this morning. And we're going to decide for ourselves, allow our spirits to guide us to either stand up and move, sit down and move, allow yourself to just be outside of your mind and flow to the rhythms of the song that I chose, intuitively called For Me by Dawn Tallman. I ask that when the song comes on, that we set intentions to greet our three-dimensional selves. Our three-dimensional selves would be our soul, which is our mind and our heart, our spirit, and our temple. And allow the music to take us into a flow to get our day started and set a tone for the day. This is a practice that I do on my own, and I'm inviting you into this journey with me to do it this morning. So we ready? Admin, can
Just
you?
one moment, Heru, while I cue up the song.
Thank you. Let's have fun with it. Sway, stretch your arms, move your legs, do whatever Spirit guides you to do. Be free. I see you, Facebook fam. Thank you for being here. So we're waiting on the music so that we can get started. And
Okay, I am ready. I think we're ready. All right.
I'm a house head, so let me just put that out there. This is some high energy song that I've chosen.
Okay, I will go ahead and play. Thank you.
Thank you. Close your eyes, keep them open, stretch your arms, move your shoulders.
Some people live their lives
Sing,
in a masquerade, never knowing who they're gonna be from day to day. But I've known since I was a girl that I am the queen. I don't know with every step that I choose to take, this is who I'm gonna be.
come on.
You can be who you want to.
Come on.
For me, I choose to be happy.
Every day.
You can be who you want to. For me, I choose to be happy. Yeah. Everybody,
Feel the rhythms, taking the lyrics.
there's only one you.
It is you.
Your heart will know everywhere we go.
Our communication.
Be true.
Music,
I believe that happy
the three-dimensional
is
self.
out of your heart. A higher love does exist.
Now,
It will
I
always
ask you to bring a little fire into the space. We're rubbing our hands together. Hopefully, place the feet of your hands on your eyes. Rub our hands again. A little heat, you place that heat on your face. Let's repeat that. Rub your hands again. Feet on your heart. Good. Rub our hands again and place our hands on our abdomen. Breathe in the energy of fire. Of positive, happy, joyous energy into your temple. Own of the day. With intention. Come complete the flow with it. Live your life. Choose to be happy. You are powerful. Know it, believe it, and trust it. Live your life. Yes. Let's live our lives, family. Let's live our lives. Facebook, how you feeling out there? I want to hear from you.
How are you?
Yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So the point of this exercise, family, is to center us, is to be clear on this day, in this moment, that last night we reconciled our night into our travels, bringing us into present time. I like to check in with all of me. I call it the whole self, so that I am clear on what I need to start my day, how to start it, and what I need to start it. And the needs come up in all different ways. And whatever that is, what my body and my mind communicates, my spirit communicates to me, that's what I give it to set my tone and stay in that happy, joyous tone for the day, in pursuit of that all day, every day. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for that. Creativity saved my life. So I'm happy to be here to share with you how much I enjoy creativity and why now I am using it as a continual self-discovery process in my business, Colorfully Connecting. Creativity allows us to tap into our emotions and our senses, right? And it allows us to go into a deeper place, right? It keeps us, what I love about it the most is you get to use your imagination, right? There are no rules in creativity. You get to do whatever you want to do. I'm gonna keep it clean, but you get to just be without the thinking, non-linear thinking, and I have an appreciation for that. So there is an art therapist that says, not everyone can be talked into experiences of confidence, mastery, or competence. It also has to become a felt sense in the body. And her name is Kathy, and I may butcher her last name, so please be forgiven, Malchiotti. And I'm hopeful that this is now on the chat so that maybe you can write it down. This is something you can journal and refer back to, right? Whenever you like to. I like keeping things in writing because I like to use it as a reference. So now I'd like to ask you a question, and I like Facebook fam to add it to their response to the chat, and then ask the Woo community that's on Zoom to open up and talk a little bit about what is creativity. And specifically to you, because we're all creatives, right? We're born creatives. It's part of our DNA. So who's going to be the bold, courageous ones that just step on out of here and, share with me, what is creativity, fam? What is creativity to you? Anyone? Jenny?
I'll get started. I was kind of, I'm new to the space, so I wanted to be respectful and not, leaning immediately. But I think
Thank you.
one of the things that comes to mind for me is I'm a sociologist. So I think of creativity as the unsocialized self, or the self that is less conforming to expectation. That's a sort of intellectual answer. And like when you were sharing that quote, that really resonated with me a lot, because I think, I don't want to be presumptuous, but I think for me, part of what it has meant to be socialized as a white identified person, socialized in a whiteness, means to be very focused on the head, and the head is dominant over everything. And so I feel like one of the things I'm working through in my journey, and one of the things my friendship with you, my sistership with you has really brought to me, is how to connect more with this fullness of who I am. So for me, creativity means sort of like not letting the head override everything, but being more present to myself, being present to my body, being present to my spirit, letting that be come forth and be free.
Beautiful. Thank you. Who else is going to share today what creativity is to you? Admin, can you share maybe from Facebook, read some of the responses, if any?
Sure, Heru, we have a couple of responses to your question about what is creativity. So Cynthia Francis responded from Facebook, and she said, feeling energized. Oh, I'm sorry. That was not in response to your question. That was just a response to the song, I believe. Yeah, that was a response to the song. So I'm sorry. Responses to your question, Rukia, she says, the ability to make something new. Denise West shared that creativity is being free, not holding back, allowing to remove barriers from her thinking and doing. Cheryl Glenn says that creativity is expressing a spark of the spirit of the creator. It's a stress reliever, not staying in your headspace, letting go. There are more. Cheryl Glenn went on to say that creativity is healing, joy, and peace through expression. And there is, I'm sorry, go ahead, Heru.
I was saying Ashe, just
okay.
With that energy.
Okay. I wasn't sure if you were trying to say something. Thank you for that. Then there is a share from Facebook. Ronza on Facebook says, it's looking into other possibilities.
Beautiful. Thank you for those wonderful shares. Thank you. All on point. And creativity is all of it. And I didn't always understand that, but I am a goddess of workshops. And the first time I began to understand fully what creativity was, and that it was naturally in us. We're born as creatives. Is I did this awesome workshop with a couple of friends using clay. I'd never used clay before. And so we made an ankh, and I added, jewels to it, stones, and shaped it. And I had a bunch of like the symbols, right? The Adrinka symbols that I added to it. And the end result of that beautiful masterpiece, when I looked at it, I said, I've done this before. I have done this before. And it brought it elevated me in the very moment that I looked at what it is to connect to my higher self from that place. So I agree, I concur, I receive all of your responses. And so now what I will do now is share with you how creativity was introduced to me. Okay, so I'll tell you a little bit about my story. I come from, some heaviness, right? A background that said, talking is not good. Emotions are horrible. There was always noise inside and outside the house. And it was shutting me down. It was keeping me from actually being who I felt I was. I was very young. It was a feeling, but I hadn't quite connected to that person, like who that was. I was introduced to domestication, right, through my parents, well, my mother and my stepfather, right? And so the two culprits that I was immediately introduced to was one, the how to be proscription by them. And then the second half of that was my DNA, right? The invasion of the DNA that came with, that was tied to like pain and suffering, right? And then now I have this already in me, and I'm being told emotions are not good. Don't talk. I don't want to hear it. I don't care about how your day is. I don't care about your struggles, your challenges. And I'm a kid, right? I'm also a water sign. Does that mean anything? It means a lot to me. I am super mushy. I am touchy-feely. I am love. I love love. It loves me. I love to communicate that. I love to communicate emotions, not be in the emotion, but just be able to communicate emotions. So one random day, and I call it random because that's what it was at the time, I walk into my restroom at home, and I walk in there and I look at myself in the mirror. And I just stand there and I look into this mirror. And I look, and that was the first time I actually saw me. I actually met the me I had not met. I stood there in silence, in contemplation. What I'm being told is not who I am. I met that day my higher self, without judgment, without fear. That moment, I learned how to create space for perspective, a different perspective, not the reality that was given to me, right? But the one that was for me. And that was the start of me and creativity, bonding and building and flowing and loving on one another. I learned to use that as a way to communicate. That became my nonverbal communication. Oh, you don't want to hear from me? You don't want to hear what I have to say, what my needs are? You don't want me to talk about it? All right, so I'm just going to be about it in a different way. And that's when creativity was introduced. So I will use this opportunity now to ask us to invite you in, right? And I'm hopeful that everyone either has a mirror or a phone. Can I get an ashe on a phone or mirror that we can use? Yes, let me see that phone. Thank you, Naja. Yes, yes, yes. Anyone else? All right, I see the mirror, Jenny. All right, Charmaine. Yes, so I'm going to invite us to do an exercise. And the exercise is going to be that you think about a loved one that loves you, admires you, and supports you, shows up every time without fail. That loved one that got you. And in their voice, I want you to look into the mirror. And in their voice, I want you to tell you 1, 2, 3 things about yourself and why you are here right now in this moment. So I'll give you a couple of minutes to think about that, to connect to that. And then what I'm inviting Facebook, the Woo community on Zoom, to have maybe 3 people volunteer to actually do it live. And so whenever you're ready, I invite you to unmute and share with the community. This is, think of a loved one that loves you, admires you, supports you.
Hi, this is Kaisha. I volunteer.
Greetings, Kaisha. Thank you, sis.
Right now, or you want me to wait for others?
No, please, feel free to flow with it.
So the loved one that is in my head right now is my best friend, Tasha. And she had said these things before. So that's why she comes to mind, especially yesterday. We spoke and she told me yesterday that I am strong, that she loves me, and that she supports me, and that I have overcome many challenges. And that even though we don't speak every day, I'm in her heart and she prays for me. And to keep moving forward because I'm doing great.
Beautiful, sis. You are powerful.
Yeah.
You are powerful. Thank you for that share. Listen, Kaisha, some energy, some love energy. Everyone, rub your hands. Start that fire flow. And listen, Kaisha, some light and love. We're holding you close, sis. We're holding you close. Thank you for your boldness, for being courageous. Anyone else like to share? Need 2 more volunteers, fam.
Hi, this is Teresa Scott.
Blessings, Teresa love.
Yes, the person that I was thinking about is Kenya. She just told me yesterday also that that she loves me. She believes in me. She said, "You're healed." And the world is waiting for you. It's like let's get to work. It's like no more sitting back. And I received that.
Beautiful, Teresa, and you are that, all of it.
Yes, thank you.
Holding you closest, thank you. So I invite one more person to acknowledge themselves through that voice on that mirror and share it with us. Is there anyone on Facebook, admin, that you'd like to share a response from?
Right now, I think they're kind of like pondering on what they're seeing in the mirror or in their phone. But for me, my mother comes to mind. She has transitioned off, and what she's told me is that she is proud of who I'm becoming, to hold on and always remember that she loves me. Laura Joseph says she thought of her daughter Nikki, who tells her that she is strong and how much she appreciates her. And no matter what she knows, she will always do the right thing, no matter how difficult the journey. And I'm complete.
Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you for your shares. Thank you. Very neat.
Heru,
Yeah.
before you move on, Purple also raised her hand to share, and just before Charmaine started to share, Yaboa, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, unmuted herself. So do you have time for another couple of shares?
Absolutely. Let's do this.
Okay.
Thank you.
Can we invite Yaboa to come off of mute and
Yes.
share?
Yes, please. Thank you.
Thank you for holding that space, Naja. I noted 3 things, and who came to mind was my sister, who I think might also be on the line. And I got I am enough, which she has told me pretty recently. Be bold, true, beautiful, my bold, true, beautiful self. It was great looking in the mirror saying this as well. And actually, before I even got to the mirror and bringing her to mind, tears came to my eyes. And then the last piece was creator and create without judgment. Thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for that share. Thank you so much. That was beautiful. And so you say also Purple.
Yes, Purple, can you come off mute?
Yes, good morning, everyone. And good morning, Heather. Thank you for being here.
Yes.
I definitely thought of my mother. It brought me to tears, fortunately. And I could hear her say, you know, you could do anything, you know, and mommy believes in you, baby, and you got this.
Beautiful. Beautiful. And you can, all of it. Ashe, sending all of you love and light in this dance and believing and trusting that you are all those things, all of those things. Beautiful, fabulous, powerful, capable. Thank you. Thank you. So we're now going to, I'm considering maybe a journal exercise, but before I do that, I want to talk a little bit about when I mentioned being domesticated, how hard it was for me, and still to some extent is still a challenge, you know, ridding myself of, not ridding necessarily, well, yeah, ridding, but more of like deprogramming myself, right? To not revert to what I've been told about me, who my family said I was, as opposed to who I know I am. So I often will also use journaling, and I pose questions on my journal, right, to myself. I use my mirror as well to do that. And 2 of the questions that I've written recently is, how does my inherited self-image, right, play in the gap between what I automatically say to myself and what I actually want to say to myself, right? So that's one question. The other question is, what do I need in the moment when this comes up to support a new healthy self-image, right? And recreating that. Excuse me, I'm gonna have a little water. So I encourage, if you don't journal, to journal. Journaling for me is not necessarily on paper. I journal on my mirrors, walls. I mean, I didn't do graffiti back in the day, but I love me some graffiti. So wherever I stand in my sanctuary, I flow. And I ask these questions to myself whenever I experience something that I didn't respond to in a way that I knew was me responding. It was not the me that I know myself to genuinely be, right? I was being reactive, and I was being reactive because this is what emotions do. They put you in this place of when you're out of control. So let me choose my words right carefully. Emotions, I know for me, have put me in a place of wanting to learn more about the importance of finding a balance in emotions, because emotions dictate moods. And that's what I learned for myself. So whenever I was sad, right, that sadness created I was sad in reacting in sadness, feeling sadness, and then it created a mood, and the mood, right, was my frame of mind and attitude, right, and that I would bring into my day. That would be, the flow of my day. So looking to find that balance, excuse me, I decided to really invest time in studying emotions, just a little, not a whole lot of formative training, but just so that I can be clear to not allow emotions to dictate. What I realized, admin, I did not ask you to put the slides up of the mirrors. So I'm going to rewind a little bit. Okay, let's put this on pause because I wanted to actually give you a visual of my affinity for mirrors, and as you know, how I was introduced to mirrors, and then how I still use that mirrors now. And I also wanted to share a story about that. The story is these fabulous mirrors in my sanctuary were birthed from spirit. So I was sitting still another random day, and spirit said, invite those that love you, that support you, to buy you, gift you a mirror. Whether they buy it, whether they own it from a thrift store, it didn't matter. What mattered to me was the energy tied to the mirror. So you can advance now. So these are all the mirrors that I have been gifted from many of my love family, friends, my sisters. Some of my brothers are up here. And what I love about this is not just the aesthetic response and the aesthetic reflection I get from being before these mirrors, but it's the energy tied to each one of the mirrors. That's what excites me, right? Every now and then I step to my crab, right? And the energy of it being, right, that having my image, my reflection, and my the echo, my visual, which is my response, and the echo, which is my reflection, coupled with the energy of my sister friend that gifted me this mirror, really elevates me in that moment to not question, that I have made connections, meaningful connections in this world, that I am cared for, and that while I know that I am responsible for me, that I know that I have people in my life that also hold space for me and share in the responsibility. So I am happy that I remembered to share this with you. You can advance now. Please, fam. And I think this is the last of it. And So creativity for me is all of this, right? Colors speak to me quite a bit. Like it's my language. As you can see today, let's take a guess. So I wore this scarf on my head, and not only to protect me from me, right? Because I stepped into this space with some anxiety and, was in my head a little bit about this is my first time, actually being on this platform talking. And so I wore this, and really all the colors in this piece represents everything I was feeling in the moment. Excited, happy, comforted, right? By my presence on this platform with you and sharing and having this love exchange where I can give and receive. My orange is my cheerful, fun color, right? That's my movement color. And that's why I introduced this. And my fabulous earrings, because these are fabulous, family, they're fabulous. My girlfriend Chandra made these, especially for me. This was me bringing in the element of air to help me with my breathing, to guide me in my breathing. And this is what this is all about. So now I'm going to fast forward again back to emotions. So I was introduced to a comedic meditation called Men-Ab, and that's MEN, for those that are not familiar, AB, Men-Ab, right? And Men-Ab talks about ignoring emotions, right? Not giving into emotions. And ignoring doesn't mean not feel. Ignoring means not allowing emotions to control you. So I'm sad because something happened. I can release the sad, right? In that moment of once I've acknowledged it, I've acknowledged what's come up for me, and not allow sadness now to turn into depression, right? And then depression turns into, I'm not functioning. So Menab as a meditation practice, a comedic meditation practice talks about specifically ignoring your thoughts, getting in rhythm with your breathing, right? And willing in the moment, wherever you feel tension, willing in that moment, allowing your spirit to will that tension to be released without a reaction. So I've had to ask myself even, what is the worst thing that could happen if I ignore an emotion? Because when I first started learning about this practice, I thought, well, I know that emotions are relevant, right? Because they tell us something. It's a feeling, right? It attaches to something. But what would happen if I ignored it, as this practice suggests? So I tried it. And guess what happened? I'm going to pose the question. What will happen if you ignore your emotions? Can I get some folks to chime in? Anybody, somebody, everybody at the same time. Talk to me. Talk to us.
Good morning. Good morning. This is Shawnee. Good morning, everybody. Thank you, Heru. So what I was just saying to myself out loud is I call this bracketing. I don't ignore my emotions. I know what you mean. I bracket them, and I ask myself in this right now moment, does this serve me? Especially when it's low vibrational emotions. In this right now moment, does this serve me? Because oftentimes I'm leading or I'm creating something for my work or connecting with people in a space like a group or talking to someone one-on-one. And so I allow it in, and then I look at it and I allow it to, depending on where it lands in my body, because sometimes my emotions speak in my belly or in my throat or in my neck or my shoulders, really. And so in this right now moment, just to serve me. And you know, my mantra is to expose, to expand. So I don't ignore. I'll sometimes put it to the side, or I'll speak it out. So that's different than what you're saying, but I do different things depending on the emotions and the circumstance and context, because sometimes, because I'm a powerful person, not only does it create a mood, but it creates movement. And sometimes the movement it creates doesn't serve. And I'm complete.
Shay, thank you for that. Shawnee Love, thank you. Good to hear your voice. Someone else would like to share?
I'm thinking about how, kind of similar to what Shani just said, sometimes I need to observe those emotions, especially because I learned to push down painful emotions. And so I need to make space for that. But I also think, coming back to sort of what I was sharing about being in my head, sometimes my emotional reactions come from stories I have that may or may not be true. And so I can become so identified with the emotion that I experience it as real. And so pausing with it, I think I would think of pausing rather than ignoring, allows me to sort of check in with where's that emotion coming from? Like, is it coming from something in me that needs tending to, or is it coming from some sort of projection that I have about what's happening that might not actually be what's happening?
Thank you, sis, for that share. And yes, and so, yeah, the word ignore can, be, it's low vibrational, right? And it can be a little blended, I would say, because I do believe it's important to observe, right? To notice and be, present to that. But what I want to be in that in that awareness, I want to be certain that once I acknowledge that and I am present to what that is, that it does not hold me, right? It does not now shut me down. It does not now take dominion over my will to do something else, because I get comfortable in that feeling of, choosing to wallow, choosing to not, acknowledge and not do anything with the acknowledgement in that space. So thank you for your share, Jenny. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. And so now I would like to invite us to do another exercise. And this exercise is the self-care color wheel. So before I do that, admin, how are we doing on time?
You are on time. It is 7:50.
I gotta say this. I'm being trained up well by all my Be the Tree family. Look. Thank you. So my understanding that this is a time that some of us have to leave. And so thank you for creating space to be here. If you can stay, that's wonderful. If you cannot, sending you light and love, willing you a perfect day just for you. So thank you. As far as how to contact me, I know that Naja, the admin team, is going to share my contact information. I'm happy to share now. My Instagram is at Colorfully Connecting. My Facebook is, I'm still new to this. Facebook is Colorfully Connecting. That's my, colorfullyconnecting.com is my website, right? And my Facebook is just Colorfully Connecting. So all of it is Colorfully Connecting. And my email address is, my first name is Sannyazin, SANNYAZIN, at Colorfully Connecting. I would love to hear from you. Thank you again for being here, sharing space, sharing your story.
So Heru, I can go ahead and put up that next slide. And I also wanted to ask you if you were going to return to the writing prompt that you mentioned earlier. Did you still want to do that, or do you want to move into the next slide?
We're going to move into the next slide. I would like to invite, the Wu family to consider doing that, on their own separately. And I do want to mention, and I know that some of us say that journaling is challenging, we don't know how to journal, so on and so forth. And so I will encourage you to be okay with understanding that journaling is whatever you say it is as well. You can doodle, and that's journaling. You could write, I don't know how to journal, and that's journaling. A period, a question mark, that is journaling. So that's what I'm going to, invite you to do on your own. So now I'm inviting us to participate in this activity with colors. I created this chart. I love colors. Colors communicate so many powerful things. And so I wrote down a color. I picked them pretty much all intuitively, and the spiritual meaning, and then the elements connected to the colors. And I like to share that there were 9 colors chosen with intention. And 9 is the number of completion, comprehensiveness. So that was why I went with the number 9 and 9 colors to start off with. So I invite you to grab your pen and paper and sit with thinking about noting all the colors in a color wheel format, right? And if we had time, I would invite us to actually color it in. But for the sake of time, we're going to write the color, right? We're going to write black in the spiritual meaning next to it, which is power and protection. And then the element tied to it, cosmos, the universe. And then I want you to think about a self-care act to associate with this color. And so as an example, one of my favorite colors, well, all the colors are my favorite colors, but like yellow is one of my favorite colors. And so I think of yellow as friendly, approachable. So when I wear yellow, it's, the energy that I am walking in, right? And so I would write yellow, friendly, and I would put meditation as the self-care act. And what I ask or encourage you to do is when you complete your color wheel, I invite you to wear the color that you associate with that self-act in the act and for the day, to keep you in the energy of. That will be your reminder. This is what I do with colors. I use it as my reminder to walk in that authority of that day. So I will give you time to just meditate over this, write all the colors out, connect to the spiritual meanings as I noted them, and also what you give it. Right? It's also what comes from you naturally. What's coming from deep down inside when you think of orange and you write that down, what comes up for you? How do you connect to the color orange? So think about what I've, shared and also what comes up for you. And I see that.
Yes, Purple has her hand raised, and would you like to acknowledge her at this time?
Yes, please, Purple.
Okay.
Talk to us.
So Purple, can you unmute yourself and share?
Yes, I want to know, are we talking what we see or
I can't hear. I can't make out what Purple's saying.
Your sound is a little bit muffled. purple.
I'm sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yes,
Yes.
that's much better.
I'm sorry, I had the Bluetooth on. Are we copying, just for clarity, are we copying what you have here, or are we making our own color wheel?
So thank you for the question. And it's a good question. So I'm introducing from my spirit to yours what I placed on this slide. However, if you don't, in this moment, if you connect to something else, I then invite you to write down what I have and also add to it your own.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. So when you think of brown, how do you connect to the color of brown? When you think of white, how do you connect to the color of white? When you think of blue, what comes up for you? Blue is one of my favorite colors because peace is everything to me. And living it, being it all day, every day is important. In fact, I won't overshare this because I want you to, be present to this exercise. But full transparency here, my granddaughter, who's 13 years old, every now and then, she spends some quality time with her Nana. I'm her Nana. And she is a born leader, very alpha, beautiful, 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 but she's, learning how to mature into understanding what this means for her. And every now and then she'll tell me what to do. She's like, Nana, no, this is what I want you to do. And so anyway, it got a little noisy recently, and I had to make a decision in the moment to share with her how important peace is in my sanctuary, and that if she wasn't bringing peace, that we need to find a resolve in that. And if we couldn't, then I asked her to go home, sit with what she was feeling and going through, and come back and visit. And she was resistant. And in her resistance, I felt challenged. And as you know, growing up, kids were in my household seen and not heard. But of course, I'm from a whole different generation. And my attitude is, no, I see you and hear you. And if you don't want to do it this way and understand the importance of peace for me, while you know what that is, then you only have two options. So the bottom line is I drove her to her home, dropped her off, and I said, because she was resistant to leaving, if you don't leave on your own, then the time will be longer before you be invited back in my space, right? It will extend our time apart, because what I want her to be clear on is when you come to my sanctuary, you have to come peacefully. So blue is my color. That is the one color I identify with peace. That is my calm. Blue is my calm. So I just wanted to share that little extra story here. So whenever, you're ready to share, please do. And again, the color wheel itself, the self-care color wheel, is going to be something that you will finalize, later. But for now, share what you came up with. How's Facebook doing?
All righty, so we do have a share from Cynthia Francis. Her color is love orange, and watching the sunset, sky, sunrise, lighten a fire chilly day evening is what orange does for her. And for me, when I think of the color blue, I feel calm and confident. And I am complete.
Beautiful. I love that. Thank you, Cynthia. Thank you, Charmaine, both of you, for that beautiful share.
Haru, in the Zoom chat, we have quite a few responses also. And we have Jacqueline who said, when I wear black a lot. What does that mean? That was her question. I'm not sure if that was answered. Um, I think that was a little bit higher up. But let's see. We have Cheryl who said, yellow makes me feel fresh and refreshing. It feel as though in feel as though in. Cheryl, I guess that's a little bit of a
Sorry, that was a typo. It's yellow makes me feel refreshing and it feels as though I radiate sunlight.
awesome.
Beautiful. Yes, I love that. I love that. And I'm sorry, John Carl, did I hear you correctly? You said someone asked about the color black.
Yes.
Okay. So I identify, when I think of black, I identify with it from, I think of power. I feel powerful in black. I feel elegant in black. I feel sexy and chic in black. I feel protected in black. So think about how black, how you associate, how your spirit associates with black and what comes out for you. But that's what comes up for me when I wear black. Anyone else, John Carl?
Yes, hi, this is Teresa. I love the two colors that you have as green. I am going through a rebirthing and fertility, and being my womb is being fertile and healing, and the turquoise is the turquoise color is like I'm feeling like a goddess. Really, it's like both of them are the earth, so it's like what I said I have to do is just go out and just just be outside, because I feel that when I'm outside, it's like the outside speaks to me. So by staying in the house, it kind of hinders me. So I've been going out a lot more and just just breathing air. I went out at night the other night to vote, and it just felt so nice. Even though it was cold, it just felt nice to be outside and just looking at the trees and the beauty of just being appreciative to what I have, where I'm living at, and I'm complete.
Beautiful, Teresa. Thank you. Yes, spend time in nature. And if you like green, if that's your color of choice, then wear that turquoise, wear that feminine energy, that goddess energy. Spend time in Mother Nature in that color. So yes, thank you. And I encourage you to definitely be proactive with it.
And that's what I've been doing when I go to the hospital. I've been wearing green a lot. So I was like, listen, I'm taking my green power. So when I saw this rebirth and fertility, I was yes, baby girl, that's your color.
Beautiful. I see your head wrap, sis. It's beautiful.
It's green. I was like, I'm wearing this tomorrow morning, and I didn't even know that I was going to be talking about.
I love it. Stand in that. Stand in it. Be it.
We have Adam with his hand up. Let's hear from Adam.
Good morning, everybody. The two colors that I chose that I'm currently wearing, I'm wearing a black shirt, and when I think of the color black, I think of strength, reminding myself how strong I am. And the second color that I chose, which I'm currently wearing, is my brown pants. And the color brown reminds me of how attractive that I am from the inside and out.
Yes. 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 All of that. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that.
You're welcome.
Thank you. So any more shares, fam?
Okay, here we go, Denise.
Yes, I've been into colors and emotions for a long time. So orange is one of my fiery colors. I feel alive in it. When I'm really fully grounded, I like the tans and the browns. They just come to me. And my black is my sexy, fierce, and also ready for war colors.
Yes, I love it. War. Okay, it's when you soldiering up, huh? Hopefully from a high vibrational place, right, sis?
High vibrational, but
Oh,
ready for.
all right, all right. Receive. Thank you.
Heru Duanzella has her hand raised, and we do have lots more in the chat about colors. So would you like to hear from Duanzella first, and then I can read off some more of the comments in the chat?
Yes, please.
Good morning, sister. Love you. Thank you.
Love you.
Thank you. My colors that I wrote down, turquoise is peace for me. When I think of turquoise, I actually think of the beach and the flow. And then my other color was blue. It's my higher power. When I'm wearing blue, I am connecting with my higher power. And brown, like the person that spoke before me, I didn't get her name, but it's grounded. It grounds me. And I like to put them on, if I'm wearing something else and I need to be grounded, I'll put on brown boots.
Nice, okay.
I'll put on brown boots so that it could like keep me level.
I love that. So I also like to hear, outside of, separately from the color and the association with, the spiritual meaning, what is a self-care act?
But when I
associate with that,
with the color that I wear, or
right. So what I'm inviting everyone to do is to write a color, the meaning, the spiritual meaning, and then add a self-care act associated with that color.
So for my turquoise is for me the peace. My self-care act is to go to the beach or have the water flowing, or that is what gives me peace. And for my meditation is the blue. I use that. That's my self-care act for my with meditation is blue. I like to have actually painted the whole downstairs in my house is like a blue. It's like a blue, just that. Yes.
Beautiful. Thank you, sis, for your share.
Thank you. Thank you for the space.
Yes.
So Heru, I'll read some of the comments. But before I do that, there were a couple of shares in the chat about purple being missing. And that was something that I recognized right away because purple is my favorite color. So I know you said that you chose 9. The community is asking for purple. So I wanted to bring that into the space. And then also there was a question from Cherry about cosmos. She asked, what does it mean? So if you want to briefly share what that means with the community, and then I can read some of the comments about other colors that people shared about.
So when I think of Black, right, I think of us. I think of us as a people. I think of the universe and our representation in the universe. And so I put cosmo instead of, just the word universe, because for me, I connected to it being more encompassing when I think of, the celestial, right, in combination. So that's what I meant by that on the chart.
Thank you. So let me go ahead and read some of the comments.
Okay.
Dee says that blue represents calm for her as well. Cheryl shares that orange energizes her when she wants to express herself. From Facebook, DY Forrester says that white used to be her calming color, but now it's yellow. Kaisha shared that she feels bold when she wears white, especially when she wears it in the fall or the winter. Stacy says she rarely wears black. It makes her feel serious. Adam says he thinks of brown as being attractive, or rather when he wears brown, he thinks of being attractive. And then there was another share from Facebook. Rhonda says she always loves Black. She finds it beautiful. Others have said that it's somber, but she finds that when she wears it, she feels powerful and regal when wearing Black.
Beautiful.
Green is lush and represents growth. And that was another share from Facebook by Jennifer.
Mm.
And then Rakia, she says she's obsessed with every shade of purple from lavender to violet. Lavender represents the fields of the flower and the scent of relaxation. And then she goes on to say, while violet represents enlightenment, the galaxy, infinite powers that be. And then she may have been cut off.
Okay.
So yeah, there are shares, comments about various colors, and how the people are feeling about them when they wear that color.
Beautiful. And so purple didn't come to spirit. At the time that I was putting the chart together, it's a beautiful color. We know that, right? It's majestic, right? It's royalty. It's associated with our higher self. And I, again, invite you to put your color in as well. If that's, a color you want to associate with and see, have a visual on it, on your color wheel, your self-care color wheel, add it. Add it. This is your creativity and your connection to it.
Beautiful. So it is 8:15, and would you like to hear from more of the community, or did you have something else that you wanted to share by way of slides? Tell us what you'd like to do.
The last of what I'm going to share is basically, the conclusion, and just to, I was going to ask you to put the colorfully connecting slide in and give us a moment to just kind of sit with that and meditate as we close out. So right now, if we still have time to take more comments, read more comments and, respond to them, that's fine.
Yeah, we have more time. So let's invite someone to share with their voices in the space, their color, what came up for them as they were doing this exercise. We have some time, so we could do that. Is that okay?
Yes, thank you.
So.
Good morning, this is Shauna.
Hey, Shauna, love.
So what came up for me was, I love the idea to put it to a self-care act. I love bright colors as well. Yellow is my favorite, just like you. And I like it because it lights up my own vibration. I'm high in spirit. I'm greeting everyone. I'm in New York, so when I was traveling on the train, any issues, that was not a problem. It just made you not think about negative things. And I also like that my smile, my energy or calmness still instills that into someone else. So strangers would greet me with a hello or hi because I'm smiling. They smile back. Being at work, it always being complimented. And so I love when it's able to change someone's energy, because when they were seeing me, they're kind of matching my same energy. Or even if they were in a bad mood and I show up, it changes how they're feeling when they're seeing the bright colors, because either they will comment on it. So the thought is being changed at the moment when they see something that they like. And so I really enjoy that. My couch is also like a peachish orange, and it just reminds me of the sea. And I add more bright colors to it because I add purple, I add gold. I'm always changing up my space. And I remember family and friends always commenting like, why do I just like bright colors? And I was like, it just brings the mood. So I wear it. I want to see it in my space. It just uplifts me when I open my door and I see that nice serene color, or reminding me of being in the Caribbean, of warmth, especially here in New York, that I need to always be reminding of warmth. And I'm complete. Thank you for this.
Beautiful. Thank you, Shauna. Thank you. Yes, I find that color does invite an energy. And what I get when I wear certain colors is conversation, right? People are invited to ask questions. Like they want to know specifically, tell me about you today. You look, and then they fill in, they want me to fill in the blanks. It just happened actually yesterday. And although I was really exhausted yesterday, I had on a color that invited a neighbor that I've never met into my space. And she left with saying, I love your vibe. And I knew it was all in the color. So now we're going to have drinks, maybe some champagne, sit and build. I don't know. But yes, I agree, Shauna. Thank you.
Good morning. Hey, friend.
Blessings, love.
Proud of you, first and foremost.
Thank you.
I have an observation and a question. I read one of the comments, and it was saying how somebody grew up, I guess it was imposed on them that red is taboo. And I'm looking at the color wheel and spiritual meanings, and depending on who, what, when, where, you get different meanings for different colors or whatever. So how would you suggest to kind of unlearn things that I guess low vibration things that we've learned to associate with colors,
so
like red and black especially?
So I would suggest that you wear it in the power that you want to exude, right? It's an act. So you put it on understanding that. So red for me was challenging also because it was associated with prostitution, scarlet. And so for a long time, I didn't wear red. And then I started identifying with colors differently from a spiritual place, right? And I invited myself to wear red, and I wore red with the mindset of this is a powerful color, right? And that's the attitude I wore it in. And that was it. That was enough for me. I got compliments, again, it invited conversation into the spaces where I was. And it was the color that came up like, wow, that red looks great on you. And so if you associate a color with low vibrational and you want to introduce yourself to it differently, then wear it, meditate wearing it, and introduce yourself to it in the energy that you want to represent or you want it to represent in your life.
Ashe. I thankfully never had those issues because I acted like I respected the rules with some things. But in looking at red again, I just thought that was one of the first things that came to mind when you brought up the color wheel, and for somebody to type out red especially. So in my culture, you absolutely do not wear red to a funeral. You must wear black. You must wear black for 6 months to a year, or you never really loved the deceased. I always grew up thinking that was the most ridiculous thing. And looking at this interpretation of red, willpower and courage, that's a color as well as black that should be worn to a funeral. So I'm complete.
Thank you, sis.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing that. And I'm glad that she brought that into the space. I too was told that red was a color that harlots wore. And I was told this, in the 70s and the 80s. So I don't know that that was really, really outdated. But ironically, I was told that by my mother, whose father was a Baptist preacher. But my mother's favorite color was red, and she wore it all the time. So I did not have a lot of red in my wardrobe, and I'm slowly adding it. And when I wear it, I feel so powerful. So again, thank you for bringing that into the space. And Heru, thank you for telling us to take those colors and attach different meanings and vibrations to them, especially if we like them and we want to wear them.
Yes.
Yeah.
From my spirit to each of your spirits. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
This has been fun, guys. I hope that the takeaway serves you, right?
So before we move to the slide, the last, I believe, slide that you have, we do have another hand raised. Rakia has her hand raised. I'd like to give her space to share. If she is still there, she went away.
Yes, I am. Yes,
Okay,
I
great.
am.
Yes.
I initially raised my hand about the color red. So it's funny that that conversation came up because I happen to be the person who wrote about the taboo. And that is definitely a color that I've embraced. I am a purple. When I don't have on purple, people question me because purple, that's my everything. But red, I initially purchased a red dress to charge my root chakra. That was my mindset. And I remember my colleagues had like a Christmas party going on, and I'm not Christian. I didn't grow up with Christmas, but I said, let me wear this red dress. And I definitely held the power. And now I wear that dress when I'm going on, like when I have to have a meeting with my boss, I wear my red dress because somehow when I put that red dress on, I turn into someone else. And that fierceness and that fire comes through definitely when I wear red, so much so that now, because I'm obsessed with purple, I will wear red underwear when I want that same energy, because it definitely, I think of Sasha Fierce. I walk in with my Naomi Campbell bounce. Like that's how the red dress, that's what that does for me. So although I grew up with it as a taboo, and I think it's partially somewhat of a defiance, I have to say, when I wear that red dress, it definitely and I grew up with the red and black, both were taboos for me to wear. Black was easier for me to incorporate back into my fashion when I was becoming, I guess, defiant. but when I wear purple, I have on amethyst. I mean, when I wear black, I have on amethyst. When I have red, I have on purple is just always there. So I just wanted to share that.
Beautiful. Thank you. Yes. I love the idea of those red panties being an introduction to, yes, because, sometimes it's for you, just for you, right? You may not want the outside to join you necessarily in the energy that you feel in the moment for yourself. And maybe you don't wear it on the outside, you wear it as an undergarment. So even that is great that you do that. Thank you for that share. Thank you.
Red power.
So I will go ahead and put the slides up. Heru.
Yes, please.
And you can continue speaking while I put those up.
Okay, so thank you for your time, family. Thank you for our time in the space. So I invite you to just open up to creativity differently, allow creativity to transport you out of unbalanced emotions, allow color to be a new way to communicate, and elevate yourself on days and moments that are not flowing in the energy that you want to flow in. I invite you to use creativity to just keep you in a state of higher consciousness. I invite you to colorfully connect every day to your 3-dimensional self. I invite you to do this every day and meditate on that. Meditate on what that looks like for you. I thank you for our time. I thank you. I want to just touch a little bit on person-centered expressive arts. I am making an offer to, and I don't know, admin, are you going to talk a little bit about this? I was just going to talk a little bit about what person-centered expressive arts is.
Yes, absolutely. Explain to the community what that is, and when you're done, then I will select those winners.
Okay, great. Thank you. So person-centered expressive arts is different from art therapy in that you are the expert. I am your guide, right? It is all about you. It's all about you learning how to tap into your higher self using creativity. Where in art therapy, the therapist is the one that will walk you through, and then that therapist will interpret the art. Person Center says you interpret your own art through the exercise, right? And then that's if we're doing a visual one. Like, so there's many different modalities that I use. And so if we think of something visual, right? I am going to guide you in and guide you out of the session. And that's, in a nutshell, is what person-centered is exclusive to you, and you're the expert. I'm complete.
Beautiful. So I'm going to stop the share so that I can see the participants, and then I'll be able to tell you who our winners are.
Awesome. Thank you.
So for the one-on-one, the winner is Laura Clark.
Beautiful.
So Laura, if you can come off of mute and accept.
I do accept. Thank you.
Thank you, Laura.
Thank you.
How are you? Good.
I'm
Thank
great.
You.
Thank you.
Time.
Sure. Thanks so much.
Great. Thank you. And then our 3 winners for the group session is Adam, Sherry, and Dornzella. So if each of you can come off of mute and accept. If you
I would definitely accept for sure.
I accept. Thank you.
I'm so happy. Thank you very much.
Wonderful.
Thank you. I accept.
Yeah.
Yes, I definitely accept.
I accept.
Thank you. Look forward to our time. I look forward to it. Thank you for being a yes, family.
Beautiful. So Heru, if you can tell the people how they can be in contact with you.
Yes, so Colorfully Connecting on Facebook, on Instagram is at Colorfully Connecting, and my email is sanyazin@colorfullyconnecting.com. My website is still under construction, and it's colorfullyconnecting.com, and I will be done with it pretty soon, maybe in another couple of weeks. But for now, the best way to reach me would be to email me. I almost every day respond to emails. Thank you.
Got it. Thank you. So here in Woo, here in the Woo virtual community, we believe in reciprocity. And that simply means that when you receive, you give back. And Heru, today you have given very generously and got us thinking about colors and energies and the ways that we can walk in the energy of colors, and also in the incorporating an element to it. So thank you for that beautiful share. Here is a way, community, for you to share your energy with Heru by using Zelle or QuickPay at soulleadershipdevelopment@gmail.com, or using the Cash App. And the handle for that is $Spirit of a Woman. In using either of those handles or methods, please include the code 271SN, and that is for Day 271 and Sannyazin Negron. This way, your donations will be directed to Sannyazin and also to the admin team for the day. So we invite you to share. We invite you to share liberally with Heru for her share with us today. This is also going to be dropped in the chat. So if you want to grab it there, you're able to do so. Coming up next, tomorrow, Shlomit will be, yes, right? Shlomit will be leading us into a conversation that will likely involve some movement, titled Embrace Your Womanhood, a physical theater and dance performance. And tomorrow starts Women's Month. So March is Women's Month. And here in Woo, we are going to be celebrating that. I believe every facilitator will be a woman. So please do join us. After tomorrow on Tuesday, Iya Terry White will be with us, and she will be talking with us about feelings. What does that have to do with what's happening now? So we invite you to come back and join us for these upcoming sessions. Like today, they will be powerful. They will be full of information that we can all take advantage of. Before I talk about the schedule, I did drop it in the chat a couple of times, but we want to acknowledge anybody that's new to the space. So if you are new, come off of mute, tell us your name, tell us who invited you. We want to welcome you. We want to acknowledge you. We want you to come back. We don't want you to come just because today your friend, your sister, your auntie, Heru was speaking. We want you to come back and hear from the other members of our community. So if you're new, tell us. You can come off of mute and just say your name. Tell us who invited you. Tell us that you're coming back. Is anyone new?
Nigel, go ahead. Go ahead.
Sorry. I was gonna say that I actually know Kadeem, and I follow him on not Facebook, Instagram.
All right.
So I had saw the post, and I decided to join in. So I signed up. I received the email blast and the no, not the email blast, the text blast. So and I appreciate the reminders because sometimes your schedule gets hectic. So when I saw the message pop up today, I was so happy that I was up and moving around and I was able to join. So again, my name is Sherry, and it was really nice to be here with you all.
Thank you, Sherry. Thank you so much for being here with us. And I believe I mispronounced your name earlier, so I apologize. But we are so happy that you're here, and we invite you to keep coming back. Keep coming back.
Please.
Is there anyone else?
Yes, on Facebook we have Rhonda Denise or Dennis. I'm not too sure how the last name is pronounced because it's spelled and can be used both ways. But Rhonda this is her first time on Facebook. So it's her first time here and blessed to be in this space.
Yes, that's Rhonda Denise.
Wonderful.
Rhonda Denise.
Wonderful.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you. And was there anyone else that we did not get that was new?
Jenny's new, Raquel is new.
Yes, I think I said I was new, but let me just say also thanks to everybody. I really enjoyed sharing space with you today and felt all the loving energy, and I received it and I sent it back to you. And yeah, I'm just very grateful to be here with you this morning for the invitation to come back.
Thank you, Jenny. Thank you for being here with us. And Raquel, I think you said Raquel is new. So Raquel, thank you as well for being here with us. We appreciate all of you. And thank you for being here. And we encourage you to come back. This is our schedule. We are live in Zoom on Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 8:30. On Mondays and Wednesdays, we are live from 7 to 7:30. So please do come back. We also stream live on Facebook. So that is another way for you to be with us when we are in session. Keep in touch with us. Here is the link to register for upcoming sessions. Once you register, you will receive reminders for the session that you registered for. You will receive the emails letting you know what's coming up. So register so that you get the information, and you can register for the sessions that are coming up following the one that you initially registered for. You can also keep in touch with us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and through our email address, info.wakeupseries@gmail.com. We invite you all to stay in touch and be with us in session and out of session. And the way to do that out of session is to join the Facebook community and share your reflections after the sessions. Let us know what came up for you during the session or after the session as you reflected. Let us know so that others in the community can also be with you, hold space for you, and just share what color you're wearing today or tomorrow and the energy that you're wearing it in. We want to know. All right. I am going to stop sharing our screen. We are going to prepare to love on Heru. If we can remove the spotlight, please.
Thank you,
And
family.
place
Please do
our
return.
Thank you, Heru. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank
That
you,
mirror
Haru. We
exercise
love
was
you.
Thank you so much.
Proud
Thank you,
of
Haroon,
in
for
the
what you're
mirror.
doing.
Beautiful.
Appreciate this
You
exercise.
said we needed this morning. Thank you so much.
Family
Yes.
now. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Love you. I
Thank you.
love
Thank
you.
you.
We
Thank
love
you.
you.
The energy of the mirror, alchemist,
My color
energy,
today.
love,
Yes.
color,
Love,
goodness,
peace, blessings.
love and
Love y'all,
Doing my
everybody.
appreciation.
color thing.
Yeah, let's move
It's
forward.
flowing.
Thank
It's
you. Thank you,
flowing.
Heru.
So healing.
Yes, peace and
Thank
blessings.
you. Thank you. And everybody have a great one.
Have a
Have a
joyous day.
beautiful one.
As everyone enjoy the last day of Black
Love
History
y'all.
Month.
Thank you. Love y'all guests. The new family members. Come back. Come back. Come back. We love you.
Yes. Thank you.
We love y'all.